Today's episode is called Hungry or Habit for a reason. A lot of people just want more food because they're used to eating more frequently. I know this from personal experience because I was bulking. For years, I was bulking. I was eating every couple hours to get enough calories in throughout the day so I wouldn't be stuffed to the brim, every single moment. I would spread out my meals into smaller meals, smaller, moderate meals, but more frequently. That's the classic way to bulk. You eat more often so you can get more food in over the course of a day, and rolling days and weeks. So you're overall eating more calories, which is important. And if you're trying to eat it all within 1 or 2 meals, it's really taxing and it's really filling and you feel sick to your stomach, especially when you're eating wholesome foods. So smaller meals more frequently is a better way to bulk, which is why it's not really recommended to bulk on an intermittent fasting. It's harder to get in the amount of calories you're going to need. So it's not that it's not possible. It's just it's not ideal because an eating window that's restricted, it's harder to consume sufficient calories for bulking. But when it comes to, when I see in terms of, for me, when you're eating more often, you're going to get hungry more often. I used to get hunger pangs, hunger pangs like that. Ooh, I'm hungry after 2 hours because I would set my watch and every 2 hours I would eat, whether I was hungry or not. I would eat by the clock. If 2 hours was up, I would eat. And if you're eating every 2 hours like that, really like clockwork, every 2 hours you're eating because the alarm went off, which it did on my little Casio, whatever the fuck it was, the G-Shock. When it went off, when that 2 hour timer went off, I ate. Didn't matter if I was hungry. So eventually my body started saying, oh, it's 2 hours. You're hungry, right? We're going to eat. So I would feel hungry. I would get that feeling of hunger, even though there's no fucking way I was hungry. There's no possible way I was hungry. I was getting in so many calories every 2 hours. So there's no way I was actually hungry, but my body was so used to consuming food. It was like, hey, we're hungry, right? So I created that hunger reflex. I created that hunger, that desire for food artificially by overruling my mind and my hormones and by eating by the clock. So I trained my body to think that it was hungry. And it just became that way. I didn't do that intentionally. It was like, okay, I was eating every 2 hours, period. I didn't think about whether or not I was hungry. So you're stuffing it. You feel like you're stuffing it at first, and eventually you start feeling hungry because your body thinks it's time to eat. So it's like, oh, I guess we're eating, so we're supposed to be hungry. So then it starts triggering like, hey, we're hungry. That's how it works. That's habit. And that's what most people are in that bulking mode, but they're not training and they're not eating right. So when you're in that bulking mindset and that habitual eating mindset and you're eating too many calories and you're eating junk food, but you're not exercising, you're not making good choices with your food, that's why people gain so much weight so fast. You don't need much of a surplus. You don't need much of a surplus. You don't need much extra. You really don't. You don't need much extra. People think they need to overeat and stuff and eat a buffet all the time. 100 calories a day. 100 calories a day. How much do you think you need to overeat to gain weight over the course of years? 100 calories a day. Let's say 100 calories a day, 700 a week. That's almost 3,000 a month. If you're only doing 100 calories a day, it's so easy to overeat to 100 calories, right? Let's say 2,800 calories. 2,800 calories. Over the course of the year, you add that up 3 times 52, whatever, 100. You do the math, okay? So times 12, 3,000 calories, 36,000 calories, let's say lower it a little bit, 34,000, whatever the actual number is, but over the course of a year. Now you have 3,500 calories is about 1 pound of fat. So if you take the 3,500 or whatever it was, that math, 3,500, let's say 10 pounds. Let's say you do that math, and let's say you're putting on 10 pounds a year. After 10 years, that's 100 pounds from 100 calories a day. That was very rough math, but you get it? You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people are eating more than 100 calories a day, or maybe some days they're eating maintenance, but then the next day they're eating 400 calories over or 1,000 calories over. So think about how fast someone can gain weight. Even if it's just consistently 100 calories every day, you can gain 10 pounds a year. And that's just with rough math off the top of my head. That makes sense, right? And a lot of people, 100 calories is not hard. What if it's 200? That's 20 pounds a year. What if it's 300? And like I said, some days it's not as much and some days a lot more. Then you have water retention, you have other health issues, you have other things. People aren't exercising, so everything that's extra counts. And if you're moving more and you're exercising more, it mitigates some of that extra because your body is using energy to repair muscle tissue. It's using it for caloric burn when you're exercising, when you're walking. The more active you are, the more your body is going to require to use, whether from consuming in that day and also what you have on your body. So if you don't have enough energy that you're eating, your body is going to take from your body. That's what fat is. Fat is stored energy. Your body doesn't maintain fat. Your body maintains bone, muscle tissue, the brain, right? That's what the brain takes a ton of caloric energy every single day. So if you don't have enough energy that you're consuming through your mouth hole, your body is going to take from storage. And that's how you can survive while fasting. That's why you can go without eating for a couple days and survive, because you have extra energy. Your body will break down muscle, break down fat. And there's good things with that. There's good things from coming without eating. Like today, I haven't eaten anything. I've just been having black coffee. So some days I'll eat a little bit more and I'll feel like, oh, I ate so much last night, or I ate a lot in a really tight eating window. Maybe I ate once in the day and I'm like, oh, I just felt a little bit stuffed. So I'll kind of clean out a little bit and not eat until later on the next day, or I'm doing yoga later, so I'm not going to eat until after. Yeah, everyone's going to find their own flow. And for me, my goal is not to be super fucking massive and keep on bulking. I'll rather be leaner. I'd rather be muscular. I'd rather feel good and be more mobile. It's not about bulking up. I'm not trying to pack on a lot of weight. So it's really a perspective thing. And for me, the quality of the food is everything. Calories matter, but quality of the food, I just wouldn't want to do that. We're going back to that Big Mac thing. It's just, I don't care. I think it's silly. I think if you really care about your health, you don't even make a video like that. I never liked it when someone's like, well, look, I gained 200 pounds. You know, the guy who gained all that weight to lose it. So I want to really feel what my clients felt. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what an obese person feels like when they're obese. I care about getting them unobese. I don't have to understand, oh, now I get what it's like to be super fat. I don't want to be in that position. That's why the fuck would you do that to yourself? I'm going to fucking kill myself so I can understand what they're going through. Get the fuck out of here. That's dumb. That's super fucking stupid. That's super fucking dumb. That's just clickbait, selfish ego nonsense. If you really fucking cared, you wouldn't even think or even slightly consider putting yourself in that health risk. Silliness. Absolutely silliness. Thanks for watching, fam. Make sure to subscribe to the Daily Swole podcast on YouTube so you can catch the live streams every single day.